Well, at first glance, most people would probably think that the horn god is referring to Satan, but that isn't necessarily true. So, can you explain the horn god to us?
The earliest god, the earliest primordial god, besides maybe the sun or the earth mother, was the horn god. There are these etchings on cave walls of horned deities.
Mm-hmm.
And what the horn god reflects is the inner beast in man, that carnal connection to reality. And it seems to be a common theme on the left-hand path, whether people realize it or not. An example would be in the East, you have Shiva. Shiva, the premier left-hand path deity, even though he isn't always perceived from a left-hand path perspective. But a proto-Shiva is or was Pashupati, a horned god.
Mm-hmm.
Within Greek traditions, you have Dionysus, who's considered to be in that horn god category. You have Odin, who has horn god roots, who is very much a lord of the left-hand path, even though most people know him better as the Yahweh-like all-father of the Norse gods, but that was due to a misrepresentation of what he truly is. So the horn god seems to be universal within the left-hand path. Now, you also have the three most common horned deities, those being Pan, Faunus, and Cernunnos. And what happened is, because of what they represent that carnal aspect of the human animal.
Mm-hmm.
Their visage was utilized by the church as the prototype for the devil. So it all ties in together.
Mm-hmm. So if the horn god represents man as a carnal beast, the way the church kind of developed that into sort of a satanic archetype, was that its way of kind of brainwashing you to believe that you should not connect to that carnal nature?
Exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly it. Yeah. It's original sin. I mean, these horned deities are anthropomorphized representations of original sin,
mm-hmm.
which is the most vile of all sin.
Just being born.
So they were the perfect representation for Satan, because Satan in the Bible, he had no characteristics. He had no physical characteristics. And he wasn't, if you think about it, and if you've read the Bible, especially in the Old Testament, he wasn't exactly a bad guy. He worked for Yahweh. He was the guy that did Yahweh's dirty work, but he worked directly for Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
And he's never described. He's never given any characteristics, physical characteristics, that is. So when the church finally needed to give him characteristics, they gave him the horn gods.